Number one rule for live streams, and why I believe it is up to the host to determine the rules of the live stream. My number one rule for live streaming. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I had several different number one rules, and now they've changed around. And so I have a new number one rule. First of all, I used to say my number one rule was to acknowledge everyone in the live stream and talk back and forth with them, communicate, because the people in the live stream are there to visit you like a guest in your home. That used to be my number one rule, and that is right up there. That is so extremely important, and many hosts forget that. And I don't. I'm always addressing and always saying hello to everyone in my stream and reading their comments. And now my number one rule for live streaming has changed. A while back, I had a situation on a live stream that I ended up having to delete the live stream because someone said something that was unkind to someone else. And immediately I booted them off my live stream and continued on with the live stream until it was finished. I didn't talk about what happened or anything like that because I didn't want to bring more light on that and embarrass the person that was up there who was very, very nice. And so for me, the way I do it now is my number one rule is that it's up to the host to take control of their channel unapologetically. So if someone comes up on my stream and they are rude, or unless you have a bickering channel or a bashing channel, as I call them, where you all fight with each other, that's your call. But on my channel, my number one rule is if you're disrespectful to anyone or you try to diminish someone, you are immediately, without apology, without explanation, without justification, completely taken off of the panel, the live stream panel, or out of the feed, out of the news feed. You're blocked, because the thing is that my channel is about living your best life, not about divisiveness, not about being nasty, not about using curse words, not about being rude or diminishing to another person. And yet I see so many hosts let it go on and on and on and on. And that's why I call them bickering channels. And so if they're a bickering channel, that's their rules, and that's perfectly fine. But we have to remember that when we enter in someone else's live stream, we're entering into their home, and it's up to them to dictate the rules. And yet, for me, if someone comes on my live stream and is rude to the people on the panel or in the stream, or both, they are immediately removed from the panel or removed from the stream. Because for me, I believe that we need to be polite and kind. We can have disagreements, we can have a different opinion, we can see things totally different, but we can do it in the right way without diminishing another person. We all think differently, we all have different opinions, and so that doesn't give us the right to diminish someone else. So as long as people are respectful in my streams and on my panels, that's great. But the moment someone is disrespectful, I immediately take them off, and then I can determine later whether I want to have them back or not. And it depends. Sometimes we have to reevaluate, but if I see anything that's amiss, I remove them until I can figure out, was it really amiss or was I mistaken? And then I can always bring them back. But usually I'm not mistaken. If someone's rude, they're removed from my stream or from my panel. And so I think it's really up to the host. And so if a host lets that go on, then I believe that they're at fault for letting it go on. And for me, I took the person off right away that did that. And so I didn't have to apologize because I did nothing wrong. I did everything right. I couldn't necessarily determine what was coming out of someone else's mouth or what they were going to say. And yet I could determine whether they stayed on my panel. And so had I left them stay there, then I would have been, it would have been my mistake, and I would have had to apologize, or at least I should have. And yet I didn't need to, because I removed them. and my guests, we're all gracious. And so remember, it's my number one rule is the host must unapologetically take control of their panel and determine what the rules are, as long as they're within the guidelines of the medium that you are using. From my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.